vibes, big smiles, and a whole lot of fun.
I'm Claudine Trillo, so sit back, relax, and let the good times roll. Welcome to
The Daily Dish!
We'll give you an hour of solid discussions with our guests and tackle interesting stories that matter to you.
Yes,
welcome, guys.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Glad to have Janina and Claude with us this Monday.
Thank you. Keeping the seat warm again for Chal and Ferdy.
So how was y'all's weekend?
It was good. What about you?
I watched Voicemails for Isabel. Have you watched this new
That's
Netflix?
on my list. How was that?
It's a really great rom-com, but then I made my boyfriend watch it and he was like, where's the com in this? Because there's a lot of grief in that
I was
story.
crying.
Yes, okay, you watched it.
I watched it.
Okay,
oh my God.
I thought at first it would be like a teeny bopper
funny.
type of, but I was crying a lot.
Sobbing.
Yeah.
So watch it when you're
Serious?
ready to cry.
Oh no! And I always cry during movies.
Yeah.
Okay, noted.
But it's
I'll have like a
beautiful.
tissue
It's
with me.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of crying, guys, you know, Korea right now, they're in a weird mode with their FIFA team. I don't know why. I feel bad for them, actually. So, like, the president of Korea, he's pissed that they lost. And basically, he's going to do an investigation with the team. Like, why would you investigate the soccer team? Like, for me, they represented the country. Like, just being in the World Cup alone, you should be proud. But, like, they're so mad. And apparently, for the team to go back to South Korea, they're gonna make them go on weird hours because of the angry fans.
People are gonna be mad.
They're so
People are
pissed.
gonna be. So I was reading the comments about it, and some people were saying, hey, it's just a game. What's the big deal? But there's the other side who are saying that they were supposed to be a very strong team, and there was
Supposedly.
already a lot of backlash about this coach because people didn't want him to be the coach.
Yeah.
Like there were a lot of issues. He was calling wrong substitutions. He was training them in a weird way.
And we saw the training videos.
We saw the training, which is super hard.
Intense. We thought that was AI, actually.
Yeah. So
Have you seen
they
it,
were
Janina?
saying,
No, I have not.
yeah, they were kind of saying maybe he overdid it. I don't know. I mean, we have our own issues with coaches in the Philippines right now. We've been,
that's a different one.
That's a different one. So maybe it's just,
And they're banning the coach, though. In every convenience store, there's a sign that says, you're not allowed to be in here.
Oh wow, they're really angry.
It's super serious.
yeah, they're full on upset about
Actually,
it. Yeah.
that's so interesting because I was sobbing watching the other TikTok videos of Curacao versus Germany, where they made 1 point against 7 of Germany, and they were sobbing and crying because they were just happy to be there. So that's the exact opposite I feel of what's happening in South Korea.
It's just so interesting.
And this whole World Cup fever, everybody talking about the sport. Yesterday was pretty exciting because they had an Argentina game and they
Yes,
also had a
Messi.
Portugal game. So that's Messi
And
versus
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, the never-ending competition between
Who
the
are
two.
you? Team who?
I'm Messi all the way. I mean, Ronaldo face-wise, but playing-wise, I'm
I
a
love
Messi
them both,
fan.
but I love Ronaldo. I've always been a Ronaldo fan.
Yeah, I mean, they're both really good. But another thing they were talking about was how now, if you started watching the World Cup, the shoes are all pink.
Yes, why?
When before it was all black, right? But they were saying that, there's somebody who calls the color of the year, and the color of the year for 2026 was supposed to be fuchsia pink. So now Adidas, Nike, and Puma are like kind of following suit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That now you see it's all pink
Interesting.
shoes.
But I love it.
Yes.
You won't miss them at all.
It's cute, right?
I would totally have pink shoes. Oh, speaking of color too, so in tennis, the tennis ball is fluorescent yellow. And it
Yes.
wasn't always like that. Before, it was black and white. And David Attenborough, y'all know David Attenborough, right?
100%.
Sir David Attenborough.
Of course.
Yeah, so he was an anchor before for BBC calling the tennis games, and he noticed on TV you can't see the tennis balls because it's black and white. So then he decided to change it to fluorescent yellow, so that's why they're fluorescent yellow. So we can see it, so we can call it easier.
So now why don't they do that for golf? The white balls are so hard to see.
That's a great question.
Right? They should make it fun.
But there are some yellow balls though, but
Yeah,
not all.
But not all. I think
I think
professionally
pink balls
it's
too.
white. Am I
Yes.
right? It's white.
But I'm amazed at the cameraman that can follow the ball in the air, though.
right.
I'm always amazed. I want to applaud them because following the white golf ball is a hard thing to do.
I can't even follow it with my own eyes.
I can't follow golf, period. I don't like watching golf.
Well, actually, one thing that I'm following, maybe it's not a golf ball, but I'm following definitely the rumors of, I was a Swiftie growing up.
I'm a Swiftie too.
And she just got engaged, right? Or like a year ago, she got engaged. And there are rumors that the wedding might happen this weekend.
Oh, so quick.
Yes. Well, rumors. So don't really quote me on this. But there are permits where she has reserved Madison Square Garden. They have permits to allow trucks to drop big packages, production items, as well as there are also rumors that they're asking for permits to close the streets surrounding MSG.
Yeah.
So
that's a big wedding to have it in MSG.
That's kind of the style now, right? That's what happened with Zendaya and Spider-Man.
Yes.
They quietly got married. Nobody knew it was happening until it
But
comes out.
Zendaya and them and Dua Lipa too, theirs was like more intimate. Like I feel like if you're gonna book Madison Square Garden, how many people are you gonna have? That's thousands.
Yes.
So they can't keep that secret, especially with the permits.
But the other side is that people are saying that maybe they're putting all of the distraction in MSG and they're gonna have an
so they
intimate
can
wedding
have that
somewhere
one.
else.
I think that's what's happening.
Right? That's smart.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Because I think she's gonna get married in Rhode Island, or where's she from? She
I'm
has
not-
a house, I forgot, somewhere up there, in upstate somewhere, but it's beautiful. So I think they might have it there, and I think, you're right, that's just a distraction.
I think that would be beautiful because that would be completely opposite of their relationship so far, which I think they deserve also a little bit of privacy, right?
Yeah, and let's hope it works.
Yeah.
With all these Hollywood
I think it's working because we're talking about it already.
No, what I mean the marriage.
Yeah,
I hope
yeah.
the marriage continues on too.
So all eyes are there right now. But I also saw this TikTok video. So we were talking in the dressing room. I love Mayor Mamdani.
I love Mamdani too.
Of New York, right? And so there was this super cute video of him jumping in the pool in his suit as a sign that the pools are opening. The public pools are opening already in New York. So it's just this adorable little video.
sweet.
And apparently not his first time. When he was running for mayor, he actually did it for like a pool, like a polar bear challenge or something like. And same in a suit.
I love
So
that he's just so game.
It's his trademark thing. Like, I'm 38 years old and rocking a suit everywhere.
He needs to find a suit sponsor.
He looks-
Because how many
yeah.
suits that he's getting
He looks
wet,
good.
right?
Yeah, definitely. And even in Game 5, now that you mentioned it, in Game 5 or Game 4 of the Knicks, I think, he wore a jersey inside of his suit.
Love a guy in a
That's
suit.
his thing. He should have his own suit store. I would totally buy from him because he
That's
knows
true.
his suits,
Yeah.
especially with the jersey.
Yeah, that's super cute
rocks it.
actually. A way to, change up the suit, right?
Yeah, but speaking of, today we have a jam-packed girly girl show. The girls don't stop because later on the Daily Dish will speak with MOCAF Chairperson Coleen Wong on this year's Modern and Contemporary Art Festival.
We also have life coach and mentor Libni Fortuna.
We're serving you all that and more only here on The Daily Dish.
Hello, welcome back to The Daily Dish. From thought-provoking installations to inspiring works by both established and emerging artists, MOCAF Manila promises an exciting look at local creativity.
And here to give us a sneak peek at this year's festival and why we have to see it for ourselves is Chairperson Coleen Wong. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having
And
me.
she got beautiful art with her.
Yes, and congratulations on an upcoming festival coming up again.
Yes, thank you so much. It's actually our 5th edition this weekend.
Exciting. So let's talk about that. How have you guys evolved since you guys started the festival?
So MOCAF, or the Modern and Contemporary Art Festival, started in 2022. And we started with a smaller group of galleries. We had 19 galleries back then. And now in our 5th edition, we have about 56 exhibitors. And not only that, it's what I love about the growth of MOCAF is how much it grew in terms of like the dynamic. And we didn't just grow in terms of like the quantity or size, but also in purpose. So during our second year of MOCAF, we introduced MOCAF XP, or MOCAF Experiences. So that's our way of bringing art to the community. So we do like pocket events. It's a series of pocket events. We do pop-up exhibitions, art bazaars, and workshops. And then of course, in the main festival, we have introduced MOCAF XTN or MOCAF Extended to cater to other forms of art as well.
Nice. So it's called MOCAF because it's Modern and Contemporary Art
Yes.
Manila, right? Philippines. But if I'm not mistaken, we also have a few international galleries joining the festival as well. Why did you think you had to interject some international feel in this festival?
I think it's very important that Filipino galleries and artists are placed alongside international voices because it creates that dialogue between local and international perspectives, and it also allows people to see how strong and diverse our local art scene is. And the international galleries at the same time, it brings new ideas, new conversations, and I believe it makes the festival richer in experience.
Yeah.
And also, I believe it also helps place or position the Philippines in a larger regional and global art conversation.
I see the vision.
Yeah, because there's Singapore, I think there's Spain as well.
Yes, Singapore, Japan,
There's Japan.
and Hong Kong. So
Nice.
I want to know, though, in your definition, what is modern and contemporary art? Because typically when we hear those words, we think of like abstract art and just very different from the old school art. So in your definition, what is modern and contemporary?
for me, I would say that modern art it was a period of time where artists started veering away from traditional art. It was an experimental phase, I would say. And then the contemporary art is more of the art now. So it's more of the ideas, the concepts, and how we respond to reality today.
Yeah. I read a couple of articles on your past festivals, and one of the ones that was most talked about was MOCAF Discoveries, which I think is you guys giving a platform for up-and-coming artists, right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so MOCAF Discoveries is actually one of the hearts of the festival. It's a platform for emerging artists, especially new or young up-and-coming artists. And for Discoveries, it's actually a space for these younger artists to be exposed and to be seen by other galleries, collectors, and of course the general public. We have a few works here right now.
Are these from the up-and-coming
so-
artists?
Yes.
Look at that.
I love them. They're so
Right?
vibrant and
They're
beautiful.
so nice.
Yes. So we have 10 returning artists from MOCAF Discoveries. So the thing is with MOCAF Discoveries, when we invite them to join, it doesn't just stop there. So we continue to nurture them and support them even after the festivals or the years to come, actually. So yeah, we've invited 10 of them from the past editions just to showcase their works again and to be an inspiration to the newer batch or the younger artists.
What's your vetting process?
We really just handpick them. We look online. I also actively go to exhibitions, and if I see something that really, really speaks to me, and also we also try to get recommendations as well from other galleries or artists.
Yeah, I don't want to put you in a spot and
Yes.
play favorites, but do you have your favorite
Ask them some questions.
So some of them for us to look out for. Do you
Especially
have
this
names?
weekend, yeah.
I'm actually excited with our new Discoveries batch now. So we're focusing on digital art now. So there are a few. They have like wonderful artworks, and I already have a bias.
Oh, can you say the name? No.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Someone we
I'll
can.
just say it later.
Yeah.
Well, since you can't say your bias, is there a particular exhibit you're excited about this weekend to showcase to the public?
One of the many exhibitions that we have is a collaboration between Toym Imao and Tarantadong Kalbo. So that's very new and very exciting. It's also, we have a special exhibition or featured artist, Mr. Patrick Esmao, and we actually have a book. So he is also launching his book.
That's a pretty book.
Yes, in the
book itself
same
is an art.
exhibit.
Yeah, so this festival is not just art, right? It's not just art hanging on walls. There's going to be shopping as well. You can buy
Yes.
books such as these. There's food.
Yes, there's food.
Okay.
So we really want MOCAF to be welcoming and enjoyable for everyone. So we really try to have something that, that's can cater to different audiences.
Yeah, Mo, which was I was going to say, I know one of your goals is to be inclusive, right? To have everybody join the festival, but you can't help but have people who will be intimidated. Like, I don't know anything about art, that's not my world, maybe I shouldn't go to this festival. How do you change their mind about that?
I would say just come as you are. You don't need to know everything about art. You don't need to know the technical terms. You don't need to be an art collector. So I think it's just really a matter of just walking around, just see what catches your eye, and really be open to discover new things. So MOCAF is really something, we want to be less intimidating and more accessible.
I'm definitely excited to check that out. What other fun things do you guys have in store this year that's different from the previous years?
So this year, as mentioned, we have MOCAF XTN or Extended. Through this, we welcome or cater newer galleries, younger galleries, and also other forms of art. Because art doesn't have to be just on a canvas, right? So we have artisans, artisanal crafts, handmade clothes.
Oh,
and
you're speaking my
bags.
language. I'm like, oh, that's me.
Yes, and even like household items that are artisanal crafts. So there's really a lot.
Sold.
See,
Okay, Claudine,
she draw
going.
you in for the fashion, me for the food.
No, I'm both.
No, but I was gonna say, let's talk about misconceptions, okay, about art. Some people who are watching are probably also gonna say, nako, if I go there, baka naman I don't have the money to buy these artworks. It might be too expensive. How do you also convince them otherwise?
Again, you don't really have to buy anything there, and we really try to be open to different kinds of audiences. So we have the exhibitions, the artworks, we have food and beverages. We also have this creative merchandise booth called MOCAF Limited. So in this booth, we're showcasing about 24 creatives. So they're selling the trinkets, the stickers, tote bags, and postcards. So really, there's really something for everyone. So yeah.
But if somebody wants to start art collecting, and this is their first ever festival that they're going to attend, what's your number one tip on which to purchase and how to look for the art that speaks to them?
I think it's a really personal experience. So whatever that speaks to you, you shouldn't really pressure yourself that, oh, this artist is established, so I have to buy this. So you really should focus on what speaks to your heart.
So you don't collect because of the value it brings, but the emotion it brings out.
Yes.
Well, I think that's for the beginners, because if you're a real art collector,
that's
they
different.
actually buy already for resale value and all of that, right? But for us, I think we have to sit there and how do we feel about this,
Right? How long should we be there actually if we want to look at all the exhibitions?
Actually, for MOCAF, we really try for it to be a full experience. So it's not like the typical exhibition, you just look at the art and then leave. So there's really something for everyone to do. So we also have other activities, we have other programs and workshops. So we have like a moss terrarium workshop happening and a flower arrangement workshop to be facilitated by the Ginger Gaddy of Ginger
we
Event
love
Styling.
Ginger. We've had her here. Do you have to book ahead of time to do the workshops, or can we just walk in?
You have to book ahead of time.
Okay,
so
book
we
me
will
for all
be
those.
posting that.
And you guys have charities as well.
Yes.
So
For our initiative, we call it MOCAF Gives Back. So we've partnered with Fundación Sanso, and through this initiative, it's our way of giving back to the community. So first and foremost, we have Scholarship by Fundación Sanso, and through that, they get to support art students by funding their scholarship through art sales, and also
that's
Scholarship
beautiful.
has coffee and pastries. So imagine you get your coffee fix, and then you also support a student. So
That's the best.
Yeah.
You're helping while drinking coffee.
Right.
And I think nice to bring your kids along, because most of the, I mean, even me as a mom, I wouldn't know if my kid is artistic, unless you really put them down, give them paper and a pen. But introducing them to this world of seeing how you can be creative in so many different ways, actually, is a great thing too. I was gonna say, okay, so you're gonna have, you want them to come and purchase tickets for this. Is it the same way as they did last time for the festival? Is it the same avenues where to buy the tickets?
For this year, we've partnered with Klook, so they can purchase the tickets through the Klook app or website.
Oh, that's so much easier.
Yeah, or they can also purchase on-site during the festival date.
So everything remains the same this year as how they did it last year?
Yes.
Are you seeing trends with the local artists now with their artwork?
I feel like it's pretty much the same, but since the artists now are very young, they really try to explore different mediums or even how they tackle their realities right now. So yeah, it's very diverse, and they really speak on their own for their works.
And speaking of, like, how is the modern and contemporary artist scene here in the Philippines? Are we still okay? Are we growing? What's it like?
It's still there. It's still there. The art scene is still great and lively. I would say, however, that the art market or the collectors now are much younger, and it's more of course, we still have the seasoned collectors who really buy art for the investment.
Yeah.
But now the younger ones, they look into more of something more personal, and they really are more cautious about what they buy. So yeah, that's very that's how I see the art scene.
And I feel like that's why this festival is so exciting to have, because now you can tell people that it's not a clique. The art scene is not a clique. You don't have to know about art. You don't have to belong in that same circle. You can actually go and enjoy it.
They're making it less intimidating.
In different ways.
For sure.
Yes. So go and invite everybody watching.
So MOCAF 2026 is happening this July 3 to 5 at the Marquee Events Place in BGC. Tickets are available through the Klook app or website, or you may purchase them on site during the festival. So our tickets are only priced at 380 pesos.
Do you have Instagram?
Yeah, we also have our
accounts?
Yes, our Instagram and TikTok is at MOCAF Manila, and then for Facebook, it is mocaf.net.
Hey, but before we let you go, I'm going to ask you 3 quick questions, okay? If you can describe MOCAF, this year's MOCAF, in 3 words, what would it be?
Ooh, exciting, dynamic, and what else? I think it's a surprise. Let me know for the third.
There.
So you
That
guys
can be
have
the
to be there.
We'll definitely check that out. Okay, and if MOCAF this year had a playlist, what genre would it be?
Ooh, I think I would say pop.
Ooh, I like that. The pop is re-emerging.
Yes.
And last question. Which exhibit should visitors visit that they shouldn't leave without visiting?
Ooh, I think you should visit all of the exhibits. So we really have a diverse range of or roster of artists. So yeah, a lot of established artists and also emerging artists. So
But if they're short on time though?
Hala, you're putting
Yeah,
me
right.
right.
Put on the spot.
Okay, I think I would say MOCAF Discoveries. So let's just put it at that.
There you go.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Coleen, for joining us.
Thank
We'll
you
see you there
also.
this weekend.
Yes, please.
We are so excited for that. That was MOCAF Chairperson Coleen Wong.
There you go. And coming up, we'll speak with wellness advocate Libni Fortuna-Amatong. Don't go away. The Daily Dish will be right back.
Welcome back to the Daily Dish. In today's fast-paced world, we often forget to check in with ourselves. Joining us today is wellness advocate Libni Fortuna, who's helping people find healing through self-expression, emotional wellness, and creating safe spaces. Let's welcome to the show Libni to the Daily Dish.
Hello! Super excited to be here.
Right from a backpack to the show, welcome.
Oh
We
my
missed
gosh,
you.
I know. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, but let's talk about the different forms of coaches. Because you're a transformational coach, but there's also life coach. What are the differences?
I really just said that I'm a life coach because it's more of how people would be able to take it in. Because if I say transformational, it's like they don't get it. But when you say life coach, okay, they know what I'm doing. But with the transformational, I'm really changing people's beliefs so that they'd have a different behavior towards a certain belief. So that's what I do. I work with the subconscious mind. I also work with energy and emotions, and a lot actually, because I've been adding so much modalities in what I do now because I'm really, really passionate about what I do. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Because, having different modalities, for me, I think I can go as far as journaling. Yeah, but we're, working with the subconscious, I think you mentioned, the energy. What does that actually look like practically?
So it's really checking in with yourself, definitely having that quiet time with yourself and really asking yourself, how am I really? And having that, identifying what emotions are available or whatever emotions you're feeling, and tapping into that emotions and asking yourself, what is this emotion teaching me? Because what I've noticed right now with society, or the rise of wellness and depression are really going up. So for me, the best thing that I can do is really teaching everybody how to get in touch with themselves and teach them how to express, because one of the things that I've been sharing lately is that the opposite of depression is expression. And that's also because I have also done retreats. I have also helped so many people, mentored so many people. And through that, I created this idea of like, yeah, that's true. Like the opposite of depression really is expression. And the reason why we're here is to express ourselves through the five senses, because that's why we're here. And if you don't express, the body will express it for you, causing the repressed emotions, or the body is not at ease, now causing the disease in the body. So that's basically where my teachings are focused in, more on the emotions and expression of self.
You said something interesting, which we've been noticing this year, that wellness is a new thing, right? Especially for 2026. What makes a life coach, a transformative coach, or any of the coaches in these modalities differ from seeing a psychologist or a psychiatrist?
Speaking in my in my experience, it's more, for me, my approach is really one-on-one-ish, and really checking in what is the root cause of what the behavior is, and really identifying a lot of things, like what's the environment like, what is the mindset that you have with this certain experience, and really getting deeper as to what shadows are appearing. So there's so much layers to it. So most often it's people pleasing, or not feeling like they're worth it, or not being good enough. And that's how I deal with people, like going deep into that certain emotions and giving them activities or integrating activities for them to be able to have a proof of, all right, that's not true. Like it's a counteract of how whatever is they're experiencing, so that they'll have a different reality based on what we work on. So maybe in the psychologist side, there is more of theories and books and medicines, including medicines. But for me, it's more of organically identifying the emotions and teaching them how to deal with it in a real life situation, rather than a book-based. Yeah.
Speaking of real life situation, when you mentioned people pleasing, I was like, oh, maybe I need to go. Maybe I need to see this girl. But if somebody who had that issue came to you, what would be the next steps, I guess, for somebody like me?
For people pleasing, it's really, it's a normal thing. When we grew up, we really needed to people please, especially with our parents, because that's our way of fully surviving through life when we were younger. But now that we're adults, we have to learn how to silence the noise and being more true to ourselves and what is true really, because not a lot of people has the courage to listen to ourselves and follow through what they really want, because they are so afraid of what other people would say, how other people will react towards what they do. So there are less courageous people, and there's more shapeshifters. But then you realize that the people who are really succeeding in life are those people who are silencing the noise and are just so focused on what they give out to the world, even if no one understands what they're doing.
How do you silence that noise, though?
Really learning to sit down with yourself, checking in with your emotion, what's happening inside, and asking yourself, what are you telling me? What's your gift for me today? Because I believe our emotions are compass towards life. If you don't know how to sit in silence, you'll operate like in autopilot, always pushing, para ka lang robot. So that's basically how I help people really fully live life na para kang bata, kumbaga in an adult body, parang ganun.
No, that's literally me. She said you can't sit in silence. I can't sit in silence.
Maybe you need to go to one of the
I know. We need to go. You're people pleasing in me.
Yeah, no, because you mentioned, right, you have a retreat coming up in August, correct?
Yes.
Essence retreat?
Essence retreat.
Yeah.
It's helping people come back home to themselves. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Alamin natin.
Ikaw,
We'll see
see
you there. Naka-leave tayo.
Sorry, we'll be in the retreat in August, guys.
Yeah, so it's more
Yeah.
on that. It's more on really going deeper within ourselves and really getting to know who we are before the world told us who we were.
So, like, what questions do you ask to get to know who we were before we came into this world?
There's a
You
lot
just
of
want the free consultation.
Free consultation to guys.
there's a lot of processes though. Before I really curated the retreat based on how I would want to be guided,
Yeah.
because I was also once lost. I was also depressed, and once I was able to invest in mentors, I trained in Australia to learn about the subconscious mind. I learned about breathwork, all of these modalities, so I can bring it back here in the Philippines. So I created the retreat. You can feel the passion, no? Like, this is really what
I love it.
So in the retreat, I really make sure that we start with the shadow work. What's stopping you? What's the shame right there? And being seen in a safe place. Like, hindi ka na-judge. Because I truly believe that healing comes when you are seen in your in the most vulnerable side of you and still be accepted with that shame na akala mo nakakahiya. Yeah, so there's so much liberation when shame is embraced and there's no judgment towards it. Parang bata lang na, mama, ito yung nagawa ko, and most often people are not capable of guiding the kids and shame na, hindi, mali yan, you're not accepted. So, ang nagagawa ng mga bata, they'll find some place else that they'll feel accepted until one day they'll realize na, okay, the only acceptance that I have to find is the acceptance with self. And that's what we do during the retreat.
Yeah.
So we do with shadow work, and then I teach them about energy work. I teach them about how to deal with emotions, how to become friends with emotions. Then after we have celebrations. So in Siargao, we'll be doing island hopping, teach them surfing, to teach them about fear. So there's a lot of integrated work during the retreat, and then I get to teach that principle in a more integrative work, so that once they are out in the world, meron na silang reference point of that journey.
Sounds exciting. And you know, Janina and I were talking earlier in the makeup room, the word safe space. That only came about during the pandemic, and it's kind of buzzing just now.
Yeah.
In your definition, what is a safe space? Is it really a space? Is it a person? Is it a mindset? What is it?
So I'm really big on talking about safe spaces because this is one I talk in TED Talk, and I really brought it there that there is so much liberation in safe spaces. So for example, let's take the analogy of a kid. When they are around the person they don't know and they don't feel safe to be with, hindi sila nag-express it. They hide themselves, they walk on eggshells. But when they know you and they feel safe and warm, they start expressing themselves. And everybody would say na, I want to be like that kid. So in terms of adult, we just want to be in a space where we are received, kasi the more that we are received, the more that we feel safe, the more that we can express ourselves. And the people who are fully all out expressing themselves, yun yung mataas yung energy. That's why there's something in you that I like your energy, I want to be your friend, and that's where opportunities arrive. So for me, I'm really big on letting people feel safe in whatever situation they are in and let them express themselves fully. And from yung, alam mo yung na-humble down ka na, then they can see the clear path ahead of them because there's no shame anymore. Yun, the liberation in safe spaces happens when there's also someone who is secured with themselves and get to share that culture with someone too.
That's definitely something that we want everybody to be able to experience. But yun nga, safe space is a very 2020s term. And when you look at the previous generations, also there's a lot of hiding, there's a lot of masking.
Yes.
How do you break through that wall, no? With somebody who's been on survival mode for so long, trying to hide and mask and even suppress all of these emotions. How do you break through that mask?
First, for example, just going through that space, they have to learn how to ask for help. Because most often, those people are the strong ones, like, kaya ko to, ganon. And they have to be with people that, or a community that expands them. When they're around the community, they don't feel contracted, they feel like, oh, I can be who I am. I don't need to shape shift in this community. Then at the same time, really going deep with the self, like checking in, like what do I need right now and what do I need to execute for me to fulfill whatever I need, and to check with the emotion kung masaya sila, and that would be the compass, and for them to identify na okay, what I'm doing pala is the right thing. Kasi dun if your emotions will always be your compass, compass. And if you're not okay, then something is probably happening there, and you have to have a little check-in with that. Yeah.
You know, you keep mentioning inner child this whole interview, and when I've met you before, when we did that sound bath, you keep mentioning inner child. Why is it so important for us to heal our inner child? And is that always the first step?
Thanks for bringing that up. I'm really big on inner child because right now I just really feel like a child in an adult body.
Same, I feel like I'm 12 years old.
Right there with you. Yeah. About your 12 years just talking here.
Sobrang seryoso na kasi ng everyone eh. And I feel like when you're a child, everything is like limitless. You can do everything. You are free.
The simpler days.
Yes, you're free to express yourself. And when you're a child, you attract so many things in your life. So I really love bringing people back to their inner child, kung sino talaga sila. Because when you're back to your inner child, you're more true eh. You're more authentic. And alam natin yon, when somebody is true, we just really vibrate in that energy that I want to have what you have. Kasi everybody's just performing, alam mo yun?
Yeah, so that's necessary for healing.
Yeah, it's really necessary to be a child again, to don't take life too seriously. Parang ganun, like, don't take it too seriously. Ang dami pang mangyayari when you're not boxed. Kasi when you're an adult, sobrang daming rules eh. But when you're a child, again, parang, oh my God, everything is possible. Fear is gone. I'm so happy. Depression is not there. Anxiety does not exist. I'm just really happy with where I am, and I get to do what I love and express myself.
You mentioned, you notice that you're not performing anymore, but we're in such a performance-based society, right? Like right now, we're having a wonderful conversation with you, but we're technically performing. On social media, I'm very personal, but I'm also technically performing. So how would you know if what you're doing is a performance or if it's truly you expressing yourself?
There's balance there because we're adults now. But then, if you start, you'd see someone who's performing when she's awkward or saying things that would please other people. But you'll also see someone who is true to themselves when you can see the soul eh. Like,
really?
You can feel through the soul. So you'd see, just be yourself. Like, if may tumulong man na sipon sa akin ngayon, okay lang. Like, oh my God, I won't stop myself kasi you get to just really be who you are, even if you're on stages. And people would love you even more when you're just really speaking from the heart, because people feel it eh. We're all energy and people feel through energy. There's a very big, marami pa siyang conversations about that, but for now, people feel through energy.
Yeah, this can be definitely a 1 hour topic that we can talk about.
Yeah.
But a lot of people also think that this is just a fad and it's a trend. So what are some of the misconceptions that people think about healing, and how can you combat them right now? Or like, how can you change their minds to join what you're doing?
Well, it's really not for everyone. Because not everybody is prepared to face their shadows. Not everybody is prepared to face the skeletons on their closet. Hindi naman lahat ready makinig sa sarili nila kasi iba yung boses na naririnig nila na they're not good enough, and everybody's just comfortable being in that space. So, the work that I do is really for those who are ready, who get it. Who get energy work, who knows that there is still so much more for them, and they're ready to take the step. And you feel the call eh. So I don't really push what I do to people. They just really go to me and live, what do you have and can I join? And that's when I start saying, oh, okay, you get it. Like, you get the work. And yeah.
That's really beautiful. I mean, as you mentioned, you're working one-on-one with your clients. You're constantly pouring, right, as a coach. But maybe I wanted to ask, if you're giving so much advice and giving so much life tracks to these clients, what might be something that you've learned actually, or you've taken from your clients that has that you've carried with until today?
Ang dami.
Ang dami.
Ang dami.
Madami ba?
But I just really love seeing people win and be able to see them thrive in their lives. That's my win. It's not the status quo. That's why I don't like labels. Like, if you call me life coach, I just smile, but I just really love what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm just really happy when I get to share the knowledge and the world that I am in with people who are also ready to
And it
receive
definitely shows, Libni.
Yeah.
But real quick, before we let you go, for our viewers watching, what's one message you would like to share with them who they feel that they're carrying the weight of the world, everything's just bugging and going down on them, and they feel alone? What's one message you would like to share to them?
To never betray yourself for the sake of belonging for someone else.
Wow. That's
Love
so short
that.
but
Yeah.
so deep. I was like, wow, she was so speechless.
You got me there.
Well, Janina, we'll see you in August, Libni, and then we'll be at MOCAF this weekend. Wow, so much ganache thanks to the Daily Dish. Oh, that was wellness advocate Libni Fortuna. We'll see you in August, girl.
Yes, I'm excited to see you.
We will take a quick break. Don't go away. The Daily Dish will be right back.
Tomorrow on The Daily Dish, we'll have Energy Congresswoman Janet Garin, as well as mother-son duo Aiko Melendez and Andre Iliana.
That's it for us today, Monday. Join us again tomorrow for more real talk.
And a lot of spilled tea.
With Zero Filter, I'm Monique Tuzon-Basi. Anytime's a good time because it's always more fun with us.
And I'm Janina Vela, always on top with news and stories that matter most. Midday Report with Mai Rodriguez is up next. Stay tuned to the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
And I'm Claudine Trillo. Thank you for making us your lunchtime companion. That's The Daily Dish.
Sir!